Lies you learned in history class: slavery was just in the South. Welcome to our historical exploration series, where we delve into the untold stories of America's past. In today's episode, we're going to challenge some common misconceptions about the history of racism and slavery in the United States. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to shed light on an often overlooked aspect of American history. Contrary to what we were taught in school, racism and slavery were not limited to the southern states. The North, too, has a complex and troubling history with these issues. In the 1700s, the colonial North thrived on the slave trade. Cities like New York City were deeply involved in this immoral practice. In fact, New York had the second highest rate of slave ownership in the country, just behind Charleston, South Carolina. Even during the American Revolution, the Founding Fathers acknowledged the contradiction between fighting for freedom and owning slaves. George Washington, in a letter to Northern and Southern colonists, expressed the fear of becoming as tame and abject slaves as the blacks we rule over with such arbitrary sway. Over time, the North began to abolish slavery. However, it was not a sudden process. Some states implemented provisions to slowly free slaves, and even by 1840, Connecticut still had 17 slaves listed on the census. New York City, in particular, has a shameful history when it comes to slavery. In 1740, a fifth of the city's population consisted of slaves. Slave labor was instrumental in building the city, despite not being directly connected to plantations. It is important to remember that being considered property, regardless of the working conditions, offered little consolation. Even during the Civil War, New York City came close to joining the secession after South Carolina. Economic reasons were the primary motivation, but it is essential to note that the city was not opposed to the idea of siding with slaveholders. The New York Herald even published a statement highlighting the competition the North would face with 4 million emancipated African Americans if Lincoln were elected. So, the next time someone claims that racism and slavery were exclusively Southern phenomena, remind them of the complex history of the North. Acknowledging our shared history and understanding the systemic challenges we have faced is crucial for moving forward and working towards a more inclusive and equitable society. Thank you for joining me today on this eye-opening journey through history. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Until next time, take care, and keep exploring.